Another day, another podcast. Welcome to A Mic for the People. I've been working hard all day, had a big Brazilian lunch, took myself a nap. Uh, didn't know who my guest was going to be today until around noon when I sent the all important text message to somebody I've wanted to have on the show. The first person I thought of ever having on this show, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only DeQwan Young.
It is I, DeQwan Young, the guy.
So actually, the announcement that we had this happening was pretty good so far on Instagram. I don't know if people are going to come over and listen to us talk, but maybe somebody wants to hear about our lifestyles. Let's get a couple things straightened out first and foremost. We've only met once ever,
One
and
time.
that was just recently after I left TPS. Or no, it was
It
right
was it was
before I
like
was
right
going.
before.
Yeah, it was right before it. So tell me a little bit about what you feel in terms of working on the internet and having this strange existence. Because I know I sure have a lot to talk about with it.
I think you have more to talk about it than I do. I'm like a minor cog in the wheel. You were the embodiment of TPS. I'm just gonna talk you up right now. You
Oh,
were the
keep doing
embodiment of TPS, and I was just the other guy. I was there with
No,
Justin. I think you and Justin were like the anchors, and I was like a quality bench player.
well, I think in terms. Well, first off, in terms of quality bench players, like you were the only professional athlete in the first to start it all off. So we're
Yeah,
talking about professional sports. At least you're the professional athlete, and that's not. To, I would just like to say because I read a lot of comments and I saw a lot of hate from a lot of people, and it went in all directions. But
yeah.
I gotta say, I think people were most okay with you. Like, I feel like it was either like, but no, like this is what I feel. Listen, I feel like people either loved me or hated me. People either loved Justin or hated Justin. But with DeQuan, they were like, oh yeah, like DeQuan's the best of both worlds here.
It's like right in the middle. I'm
Yeah.
I'm not I'm not polarizing. It's like, hey, yeah, he's okay. Doesn't jump off the page at you.
You
He
know
gets
what?
the job done.
We need less polarizing in today's world. But listen, a lot of people we've got 43 people in here already. We've already got a couple quantum maniacs. What is that quantum maniac? I mean, of course, it relates back to Hulk Hogan, but is that where you're at? Is the WWE really what you love right now?
So I've always been a wrestling fan. And when TPS they asked me to do the main eventer, it was like right up my alley because as you like right now, SmackDown is on in the background. So it's always been like I've been a big fan. And in 2015, I almost made Tough Enough. So
Oh shit! So
yeah,
that
I
would have
did.
changed everything, huh?
It would have changed. Yeah, it's kind of put me in this deep depression. But in 2015, I almost made Tough Enough. So a lot of my like I think from 2010 because I when I went to college I kind of I was too busy to watch wrestling and I was in study hall and all that stuff. So I think like 2004 to 2008 I stopped watching, but 2009 I got back into it, and then I made a Hulk Hogan video after the video came out that he said the N word, and
Uh-huh.
that's just like a lot of people, a lot of my friends just like they point to that video as like one of my most funny moments, and
Mhm.
it's just I love Hulk Hogan. I know what he did was wrong, but you can't just erase your childhood
Yeah, you can't
because
just
it's
completely erase your childhood memories and
it's
love.
nothing that I have to deal with. It's something that he has to deal with. So the Quantum Maniacs thing, I think it's really catchy, and I like doing the impression when I do it.
Mhm. So a couple people are initially a couple things to unwrap here because people are surprised by a couple things already. One, yes, you were a pro football player for a little while. You played in the Arena Football League, didn't you?
Yeah, I was like fringe AFL a couple of
Uh-huh.
times. Like I started in Manchester after graduation. I didn't. I went
Tennessee?
no Manchester, New Hampshire. So
Oh,
this
New Hampshire.
is the Valero Cactus Bowl. I was a D2 All Star my senior year, and I got to perform in front of scouts and ran a 40. Got looked. I mean, I didn't get looked at, but I talked to the Patriots and nothing really came from it. But my head coach, he played arena too, so he hooked me up with his old head coach. I got invited to camp. I got cut. Then I bounced around a little bit, and in 2011, I played in Johnstown, caught 16 interceptions, got a couple workouts. I got a workout with, 16.
See, is that like I've been to a couple like back when like the New York Dragons, or maybe they were
Yeah,
the Long Island Dragons. They were a thing back in the day. So I went to a couple arena games. 16 interceptions. I know there's a lot of points scored and shit, but like that's
it's
that's a lot, right?
it's pretty good from what I
What
was
position
told.
were you playing?
I played between corner and the DS, the guy that goes with the high motion.
Okay. Oh, so there are different
Yeah, there's a front
positions.
corner, the defensive specialist, and the back corner.
The people are now calling you Ball Hawk Young, of course. Yeah.
You know what? If you Google me and my write up my junior year or my senior year, he's a ball hawk. That's the one thing I remember from the program.
And then don't you have the Lorenzen claim to fame, or should we
It's
not
not.
mention that, or what's going on?
I try to not bring it up, but it's funny in the sense that I played him in 2011. I
this
picked
is
him off
this is
twice.
this is this is Jared Lorenzen, the hefty lefty, former New York Giants quarterback, by the way.
I played him in 2011. I picked him off twice. They blew us out by like 40. Um, then 2014, I was playing in Erie. That's the year we won the CIFL championship. I was playing linebacker. This is because I'm fat now. I was like 210 at the time,
Uh-huh.
but I'm playing linebacker. He pump fakes, scrambles out the pocket. I'm the only one in the general vicinity, so I made a business decision. I tackled him the way I always do. He couldn't avoid it, and I think he tore his ACL and broke his leg.
Oh, geez, you Joe
Yeah,
Theismann him.
I did, and I had to like if you watch the footage, it was a Reload Explode is the docu series we did. You watch the footage, like as soon as I hit him, CTE, CTE
Yeah.
City. Like I'm dazed, confused. They pulled me out of the game. Like the first time I was ever like, you know what? You're right. I don't need to play anymore. So
That
they
was
pulled
it.
me out the game, and then he didn't play anymore. So every time E60 does like a follow up on him, you get updates. And all my friends, everybody on the internet, everybody I follow on Twitter, they tag me in it. I get tagged on Facebook. He got up to about 580,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he lost
Okay.
100 pounds now.
So, I mean, like now that your career and his career are somewhat intertwined, like it just like, yeah, I mean, you play such a brutal sport, but is there like you kind of have to go through like that mental battle of like, oh shit, I ended this dude's career.
Like I think the point where he hit the last E60 that came out where he said he lost 100 pounds, like people, like my friends are actually calling me like, if he dies, you're gonna be a murderer. Like your response, I think his wife divorced him because of this.
Hmm.
It's like it's a lot to like really take in.
Uncover. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, well, like, I mean, at a certain, I'm sure you've gone through every battle with that, with having to deal with doing that at some point. But like at a point, it's like you were doing your job. You made a business decision. You were doing what you needed to do. It just so happened that the guy's life went in the way that it went.
I reached that. Like I wrote an article about it before I started my sports blog,
Mm-hmm.
and I tried to friend request him on Facebook, and he ignored it. And I think to this day, still, he won't accept it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, I know. So that is something I always liked about you, was that it was kind of similar to me in that, like, we were, we're making videos, we're doing this, but like we have kind of more of, or trying at least to have more of an artistic approach to like understanding what we're doing, like making actual movies or documentaries,
mhm.
trying to go deeper into subjects. Was that something that was always the case for you? And even while you were playing football, did you have that video background? Did you want to be in video eventually?
Well, my undergrad is mass comm. I
Mhm.
focused on radio and TV, so I don't think I really thought of, like, I always thought that like somehow I would get on playing football. I did sales. I was in like, I don't even remember what I worked at Dick's Sporting Goods when I graduated college, and then I met a physical therapist when I was training for football, and he like trained me. I kept coming back to him. I lived in the area, and he said I had this need for video. So 2013 or 2012 I got laid off from my sales job, and I went out to Missouri to play for the Missouri Monsters. So I downloaded Photoshop, and I started like, getting after it. I said,
Mhm.
well, I might as well use my degree to, do something that I want to do. So 2013, I started up Quantity Entertainment and Media, and 2016, 15, I enrolled in film school. So that's where I'm at now.
Okay, so you're currently in film school.
Yeah.
All right. I'm seeing a question here of asking, going back to your tough enough days. Would you have been a heel or a face?
I probably would have got over as a heel, I think, because
You think?
I'm annoying. I'm like Leo Rush, but a little less annoying. I could be that type of annoying.
I
I think
think it's
that
and that it's just the annoyance factor will put you in the
and
heel category.
I get under people's skin so easily.
Uh-huh. Man. So where are you right now? Where do you live? What? Not, you don't have to give exact specifics, but like general.
123 Fake Street. I'm in Myrtle Beach right now.
Okay. That's a nice place to be, right?
Yeah,
South
I mean,
Carolina.
it's not Michigan. I'm from Michigan, from Pontiac, Michigan. So
Mhm.
I went home for Christmas, and
Where are you? You're shooting on both the main event or NTPS right now? Is that's the
yeah,
case? I gave you back some TPS work. Sorry. Sorry about that.
it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Yeah. No. Work is good. I'm
Yeah,
finding that out. Let me tell you. But where are you shooting right now? Are you shooting in your house?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Always home
so
studio. Got
okay.
the green screen pop up.
Yeah, so let's uncover this a little bit, because I've spoken about it before, and I think we have a very, very, very odd situation in which you can't really explain this to a lot of people. Like, you're talking to hundreds of thousands of people a day, but realistically, you're alone in your house talking to a
To
camera
yourself. Yeah.
behind a green screen. Like, have you had some sort of mental battle like I have about like what the hell we do?
No,
Oh, damn. I am
I
alone.
I think it's because I just understand uh getting up and doing it, because you get those people that always criticize you, and you know this is hard to do because you're subjecting yourself to a lot of unnecessary hate,
Hmm.
being wrong, being judged. It's hard to do. um I would do pretty much anything for money.
Yeah.
So yelling at my camera for a good 30 minutes a day isn't that bad.
Yeah. No, you're right. When you put it that way. when you put it that way, I could have looked at it a little bit more like that, and I tried
I
to
don't
for the longest. Uh-huh.
I don't like being on camera though. I want to be a director. That's my main goal. I enjoy entertaining. I don't mind being on camera, but I don't like being in front of the camera. But I'm the only one that I work with now, so it's
Yeah,
kind of
but
a
I
necessity.
have to say, like when I think like the first video that Anthony ever sent to me was a video of you when he first emailed me, and I immediately thought you were really good on camera. Like I was
Well,
I
appreciate that, man.
yeah, no, I really do. I really think that you have a great presence on camera. So it's actually really surprising to me to hear that you don't like being on camera.
Absolutely hate it.
Do you think that like you wouldn't be able to do it if there were more people in the room? Like at this point, still, like if it was a bigger production, like would you just be like, no, I don't want to do this whatsoever?
I'm a performer. I'm a showman. I
Yeah.
think I could pull it off, but
Mhm.
I don't really get nervous. It's just more so because while we're filming, you can mess up as much as you want as long as you
Yeah.
cover. Like I'm the master of covering up my tracks and editing
Hmm.
because sometimes it's like I'm not feeling it and it's you know 94 takes and
Hmm.
I'm cutting up everything.
You
So
is it sometimes it takes that long sometimes?
I think more recently because it's just so much going on. I think
Right.
the longest video I did was 54 minutes, and it
Mhm.
was just because I couldn't. I have problems saying words. Like 2012, like year, I
Mhm.
can't say 2000 and it sound correctly to me, so I say 2012.
Mhm.
And it's those adjustments that it's like, I want to get like there's some lines that I want to read all the way through for effect, and there's some lines it's like, oh my god, whatever. I said it, I'll fix it in editing.
Um,
Which don't do that at home, kids.
yeah. I think that like, well, first off, Gary Bettman, the commissioner of the NHL, he is telling you that you pronounce PK Subban wrong. Um, so work on that.
It's I thought it was because I looked it up. Every time I get like a name,
Uh
it's like I looked up. I said, is it Subban or Subban? And I listened to like four different commentators, and I went with Subban.
huh. Well, it's Subban.
But some of the name, like the
Uh,
hockey names,
yeah, hockey names are the hardest names. I don't care. I watch hockey, but hockey names are just a completely different animal. It's ridiculous.
Evgeny
Kenny Malkin?
Kuznetsov.
Oh, Kuznetsov. Yeah.
I'm trying to I know I can get kind of like the Winnipeg Jets have some of the hardest names.
Mhm.
Uh, who's the goalie?
Who's the goalie, guys? I've been out of sports
Uh,
for 4 months now. I don't have to answer this
Connor
anymore.
Hellebuck.
Oh yeah. Uh
Connor Hellebuck. For the life of me, I every time I see his name, it's like I've
huh.
seen this before. Why can't I say it? I probably said it wrong. Are they saying I said it wrong?
I tried to like there were times with certain names where like I would take one stab at it, and if I was wrong, like it would come up multiple times in the script, and I would just say like he
He.
as a yeah, just like run away from it as
Hey man,
much as possible
we
because
gonna get through this video.
because there's no way because I know I'm about to get roasted in the
Yeah.
comments because I'm saying something wrong, and if I'm saying it right, there's no way that I'm saying it right again. So like.
Sometimes sometimes I just run through any variation of the name that could possibly happen.
Uh,
I did one last week. Dr. Chris Amon for the WWE for the main eventer.
uh-huh.
It's like, is it Amon? A man? A man. And so I just did like 5 takes of just saying it differently.
That's what I like about that's what I liked about creating like the Man versus Madden series and like doing this stuff live is because it's kind of like you almost get a little bit of a free pass in it because it feels so much more
It's more
conversation.
natural. Yeah.
At a certain point, like we're kind of at the point we're in kind of the business of like sports education more than like
Yeah.
with these top 10 videos a lot of them are really based in history and
And you learn so much. Like
Yeah.
I've learned a lot. Like this is what the comment section I really despise, because somebody will always start off with, everybody knows this. No, everybody doesn't know this, because I didn't know it. You
I,
may have expertise on it, but now we're opening it up to the entire world. So if you start off that comment with everybody knows this, or everybody knows this, or like anything along those lines, it's like, I'm just gonna ignore you because everybody doesn't know it.
yeah, and I think for me, the comment section, the comment section for me at first, actually, like it broke me down. Like I look back at my videos, and it was like, this was a good job for me. I really enjoyed it, and at first I was really excited about it. But when you are an on-camera presence and you feel you have something to offer, there is this weird like initial status of being like, okay, am I going to go do what they want, or am I going to go do it the way I want to do it, because that's the
Mm-hmm.
way I feel most comfortable. So like I understood the hate initially in comments, but like it started breaking me down a little bit to say, oh, am I really not good at this? Like,
Because you feel like you have to defend your work sometimes,
uh-huh.
and that's the part where it's like, do I really want to get into a comment battle? Because a couple weeks ago, I did the Colin Kaepernick video, and
What was
I
the
was
video about?
10 quarterbacks who got a job before Kaepernick.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So he posted it, and I let it stew for a minute, and I went and checked the comments, and I saw 2,345. I
Mm.
said, I'm not even gonna dip my toe in the pool. I'll just let it be.
Yeah, there's certain times where it's just like, that the comments are not going to be nice. So like,
Yeah.
who, like whatever. These people are going to get over it. Yeah, it's somebody's saying that was a really good video, by the way. So
Appreciate you.
some people respect it. I will open up a little bit of a Q&A here. So if you do have any questions for both of us about life, working on the internet, let me know. Beyond that, I mean, that's why. And then what was really keeping me sane were like the man on the street videos, because it was kind of like that was the time when like nobody hated me, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, like maybe we're on to something here.
Yeah.
Um, and just
I
trying.
really love those man on the street videos, man. It was something, because it was fun, it was lighthearted, and you got people involved. I think that's why you were the bigger star, or I mean star in the sense that more recognized personality, just because, am I gonna run into Mike Cantalupo today?
Mm.
Because you have that opportunity. People have that opportunity to see you face to face if they lived in it was New York, right?
Yeah, it was New York. Yeah, yeah. You gotta
And that was
create.
always cool to me.
Yeah, it was, and I mean that was what was cool to me, and that's the reason why I went and made something like this after I left, is because like it was never interesting to me to like be talking to people over the internet ever. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like not somebody to ever like comment on any video on anybody's really Twitter, like, or anything. I'm not the person to do that. So like when people actually were coming up to me, recognizing the spot too, like that was a good part of it. You had the Macy's
Mm-hmm.
behind, it was Herald Square, so like it was very recognizable. Yeah, it was really cool to have people come up. I'll never forget during the Little League World Series, that was the coolest thing, like because it was just the perfect age range of people who
Yeah.
like recognized me, people asking for autographs and stuff. And then I was like, oh, next year at the Little League World Series, like I want everybody to know who I am. Little did we know I would have quit by the next Little League World Series.
I
Um,
like
but,
I when you did the home run video,
mhm.
the when you went to the All-Star game,
Yeah, I
and
love that video, by the way.
the kid on the field recognized you, I was like,
Uh
oh man,
huh.
that's dope as hell.
Yeah, it was. It was really,
I got
really
I I
cool.
got I got something for you guys. If
Uh,
you can find me in 2019 and take a picture with me, I will give you a $100 gift card.
really?
Yes.
Oh, you hear that now? $100 gift card from DeQwan if you could find it. I'm gonna go find you. I'll go drive up to Myrtle Beach, find you, and then make it happen.
That's the
Um,
bounty for all TPS fans.
a couple questions that we've got here. How much communication did you have with one another while working at TPS? Like next to none.
None.
Next to
Like
none.
the first time me and Mike met was September. Um, we had a hurricane in Myrtle Beach, so went to Miami, and I know Mike said he moved to Miami, so I hit him up and karaoke bar.
Yeah,
We
Sweet Carolines. That's where you'll be able to find me in 2019 a whole lot.
we went. What did we do? We did Numb Encore,
Oh, it was so good too. Yeah.
and what did I? I did. I think I did my song. I do. That's life. If you want to
Mhm.
find me, karaoke bars. Listen for That's Life. That's gonna be me.
Mm. So I was about to say something. How much communication? Oh, yeah, that was one thing like that I always thought should have happened with TPS, because in order to really make it like the community that I really thought that like it could have been, there should have been more like,
Collaboration.
yeah, collaboration, because it's like people are seeing me, you, and Justin, or hearing Justin before the big face reveal video.
I
Uh,
was so hyped for that.
yeah, that was so hype. Everybody was so hype. Even I was so hype. But yeah, no, I thought that like it should have been more of kind of like, oh yeah, just even doing stuff like this on the channel. I think that
Yeah.
would have, that would have been pretty cool. But you know what? I'll reap the rewards from it now. Whatever. What rewards? Yeah, the rewards are bountiful. So big. Gary Bettman again is asking, did you go to college? If so, where and what did you study? I went to Emerson College in Boston, Massachusetts. My major is in studio television production, which is specific. But I
Right
knew
on
what I wanted
par.
to do. Right, right. Yeah, right on par. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, right on par with specificity. Yeah, like I kind of do that, I guess.
Yeah. I went to St. Joseph's College. It's closed now. It's a Division II school. It was a Division II school in Rensselaer, Indiana. It's
I feel
like
like there's got to be like 15 St. Joseph colleges out there.
so when I signed to play football there, and that was the year that Jameer Nelson had to run at St. Joseph's College. So
Mm.
it was always that clarification I had to do. Not that St. Joe, the other St. Joe.
Mhm.
But there's at
There's,
least
I
three of
know,
them.
there's one on Long Island. Garrett, of course, everybody was, they're talking about the Justin face reveal, and Garrett Racine says, he's a big normal viewer of the Mike Cantalupo channel. He says, I love the face reveal for Justin. I didn't think he was black like me.
I did not think he was black. That was the most surprising thing. I was like, he's black.
Wait, you really didn't know that?
Had no clue.
Oh my God.
I
That's
just know he was the guy with the voice.
that is very funny. That showcases how much communication we really had. um, yeah, I had worked with him a bit because I had looked up pictures of Justin. I need to get Justin on here too, because
Yes.
I feel like Justin would be a fun. I have so many questions for Justin. I have
Yeah.
so
And
many.
anytime he does like one of those long talking seconds, like I think he tried to hype the main eventer, and I watched the video, and it was funny. Like he's funny as hell, and his voice is so like great. I
Uh-huh.
can't describe it in like an artistic way. It's heavenly or anything like that. His voice is just really good.
It's just when you have it, you have it. Like
That's it.
we like have to work with something else.
Yeah.
It's like
I gotta bring
he
energy.
he's verified on Twitter because of his voice.
Yeah.
I was like I used to send verification requests on Twitter, and I'd partly like I'd say like Justin Fraction has the same job as me, is verified. Verify me.
I wish I would have thought of that because I did the same thing.
Listen, it didn't work. It didn't work. Oh, don't worry. Twitter hates YouTube personalities. Which, by the way, I don't think that I should have been verified at any point. Like maybe it would have helped. Don't get me wrong. Like it would have helped significantly in my work in being able to like go out, talk to celebrities, and getting like getting to go into their DMs and whatever else. But I guess I don't know. I like Twitter verification to me is kind of messed up because it's like they won't give us it, but then they'll give like
Anybody,
a local news
yeah.
anchor in like Kentucky with 300 followers. They'll give it to him, but I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Let's see. What are you wearing AirPods? Yes, I'm wearing AirPods. It's what I've got. Like I like with the Mac. Like what else am I supposed to do because they don't have the Lightning ports anymore? You know. Mike, did you choose what you do on TPS? That's what Jordan's asking. So that's a good question. So let's break down that process a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I guess there was a certain say in I would have like the meetings with Alex, our writer, and kind of come up with what to do for that week. DeQwan, did you have any say in the videos that you do or no?
Now more so for the main eventer. TPS, it's because TPS, I get 4 scripts, and then
Mm-hmm.
the main eventer we only do 3 videos a week. So TPS, they kind no, I don't really have like I have a say in. No, I don't. No,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm trying to think of it.
I always tried to like when because since I was coming up with what the video concepts were, I was always trying to go for like the videos that were more enjoyable in general, which were like the ones that had highlights in it and whatever else. But there's so like you guys you can't even begin to understand like the amount
Every
of
NBA team's greatest play before 1925. Anytime I have to do every team one, it's just like shoot me.
it's not even for me it's also like when it's like slideshow versus video content
Mhm.
that I love like the video content stuff just to me is just always so much more interesting to watch and it's easy
Yeah,
to make too so it's like that was
nobody
always
wants to see
uh,
me.
yeah. As much as I would like to think so, nobody wants to see me either. They just want to see the highlights. And nobody told me that more than NBA fans. Anytime I made a basketball video, oh my God, everybody who liked the NBA hated me. And for good reason. I mean, like I don't know much about the NBA. I was fishing for what I was saying with the NBA.
Yeah,
I'll be right. And I remember one of the guys who has a channel some forget one of you guys probably know uh, who he is. He does an NBA channel. He's not Mike Korzemba, but he did a reaction video to
to one
my
of yours.
ranking of every like of the best uniforms in the NBA, and I think that might have been part of the reason I decided, okay, I need to quit.
Yeah,
Quite honestly, because like they they ripped me and they were
yeah,
right. They were right with everything.
yeah,
And I was just like, I don't want to see myself like this. I don't
yeah.
like it's like why am I throwing that out there if I don't know it? If I don't know it, then like it doesn't make any sense. There's so many people that are asking right now how old you are.
32.
32. Oh, actually somebody found that out by looking at your Wikipedia, I guess. You have
Yeah,
a Wikipedia. That's a big step. That's a big thing to have. I'm waiting
yeah.
for my Wikipedia. How do you get a Wikipedia?
So in the league that I was in 2011, I think they created it. I people always tell me that I created it. If any, I created my IMDb. That's
Uh-huh.
the only thing I created. But people always tell me I created my Wikipedia. After I caught those 16 interceptions, I made a video cursing out the league because they didn't give me defensive player or defensive MVP. I had 16 interceptions.
Receptions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who got it had like 10 sacks, and that was it.
Uh-huh.
And they had like a slightly better record than ours, but it popped up sometime between 2011 and 2012, and it's the only thing is really on there is
Is
the
there
teams that are.
controversy? Is there a controversy section?
Yes,
There
it's the
is.
Jared.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's the Jared Lorenzen stuff. So after that game, the owner, Jill Chitwood or something like that, she said that the players were laughing and pointing fingers after he broke his leg. So that's like the controversy. But our coach put out like a statement. I mean, I didn't do it because I didn't know where the hell I was.
Yeah. Yeah, then you had to deal with the mental battle of breaking this dude's life down.
Don't say it. You can't say it out
loud. So what would you go back to football? Like somebody's asking, will Ball Hawk Young try out for the XFL?
I thought about it. I don't think I don't have the work ethic anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought about playing like indoor if I because once you're done playing, you're done forever. So I don't the last game I had it kind of ended on a sour note. So I want to go out better than I did, but I'm like 40 pounds overweight, so it's gonna take a lot of workout.
It would be a lot of work that would need to go and do it. What was so what is the key to 16 interceptions? Were you just able to like make pre-snap adjustments and reads to be able to figure out where the quarterback's going, or are you just noticing that quarterbacks just stare down their receivers a lot, or what is the key to it?
I was in his home, man. So that was my third year playing. And I was up in Erie, and they weren't going to play me because I was there the year before and I left. So I got on with the coach. They were like 3 games in, and we played this Canton Cougars. I had 2 picks that game. Then the next game I had an interception. Then the next game I didn't get anything, and then I think I had 2 picks, and then another 2-pick game, and then a 1 interception game, and it was just like I was in the right place at the right time each game
consistently. That was your year.
Yeah.
It just said a new printer was added to my network. That's really great news. I'm really happy to know that right now. That was important. Let's see if anybody else is TPS is hot. Is that mean? Is that bad? What is hot? Like how is that being used? TPS is hot.
I think hot in the Paris Hilton sense. Like that's hot.
Oh, like that's hot.
Like,
okay. Yeah. How come TPS never had a crossover video with 2 hosts? Yeah, no, that's what I was just talking about. Probably it could have been good. Get DeQwan on the street. I would have loved that. Do you have a particular favorite video that you ever made? Something that stands out? No, I think the answer is no for you. I'm seeing it in your face.
I'm trying to because when we first started, it was like 2 videos a week. Then it was like 4 videos a week. I'm doing 8 videos a week now. So it's like anytime I've done something with Russell Wilson throwing the ball on the 1-yard line, I despise it. So any video that's not
another reason why I quit. Yeah. Any video that's not Seattle should have ran. Yeah. No, it's a really good point. So I got so tired of talking about that. So like I think it just dropped me into a depression for the rest of the day whenever I had to talk about Seattle should have ran.
I hate to play so much.
Oh my God. And how many times it's number 1? It's like, oh yeah. Surprise! For the 15th time, we're ranking this as the biggest moment.
Number 1. The number 1 moment.
Yeah.
Guess what's coming?
Guess what's coming. I think for me, I have a couple. I have a couple that I'm actually like that. That I'm proud of. I loved my NFL Combine video. I thought that was funny.
So let's talk about that one because I saw the argument on Twitter.
Oh yes, there was controversy, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the fact that that's the one video you pull from all the videos to say that we steal content is hilarious because it's not an original concept.
Right, exactly. It's like Rich Eisen like did the 40 and that went viral and that was a talk of that. Plus also it's like yeah, it's the NFL combine and you're a football channel and I'm a
Yeah.
football channel. Like obviously it's two different characters. What do you, like I don't know what you want me to do. Like actually I recorded that video and he posted it right after before mine was edited and I was like, "Oh shit." But then at the same time I was like, "Oh, well, let me utilize a similar thumbnail and a similar title because his is doing well too. So like, why not?"
And that's what I don't get either because it's not a competition. Like it's like you stole views from him.
Yes, yes, I agree completely. And I think that even more than just like the TPS crossover, what I thought of was, but like I didn't really want to interact with many other sports YouTubers because I in very many ways didn't consider myself a sports YouTuber. You know, I was just kind of doing my job. But yeah, no, like I always thought like it would be cool. To do some sort of video with like Mike Korzemba or uh, who's Oprah Stuyvesant. I don't know if I would want to. I don't want to do a video with him. But like I felt like we could have created some sort of like beef. There could have been some just fun beef. Like we all should have just like got, and I think they're doing it now, or actually they're starting to support each other more.
Uh,
I'm noticing on Twitter, which is interesting. But I think like, and this I don't have the particular interest, and that's why I kind of left YouTube in the same right because I saw what needed to be done in order to get it to the point that I wanted to get it to be done. And like, yeah, like if you create a little beef, that
get
goes a
some
long
drama
way.
going.
Yeah,
Yes.
like if you had a meeting and like you say, okay, this is what's going to happen. This person's going to hate this person. This person's going to, because for all you guys that are getting sucked into beef all over YouTube, that's really all it is. It's just they're
Cross
trying to get
promotion.
they're just trying to get some views out of you. Um, other than PewDiePie and T Series, I happen to like PewDiePie now. I have to say, I respect that guy.
I don't really. There's only one channel that I religiously watch, and it's Film Riot.
Mm.
I only watch videos to get better at filmmaking, and that's always hilarious because we when we get those comments to say you stole it, like with the main eventer, I get comments to say you stole this idea from, like, I can't even name any of the wrestling. WrestleMania is a channel, and there's like two
My
other
brother
British ones.
watches one. My brother watches one of the British ones. Like it used to be What Culture, but
Yeah,
now it turned into something else. Um, yeah, it's funny. Everybody like people are generally surprised by how little YouTube I watch after working on YouTube for so long.
hate it. Like I
Yeah.
watch, and I barely watch Film Riot now because it's like once I get done uploading and cutting, I don't want to watch videos or do anything.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I watch like Rick and Morty. Like they do loops of Rick and Morty on YouTube. Like that's what all I do is watch
I
stuff to
end up
get
watching
better at
like
filmmaking.
concerts and stuff like that. Jimmy Bosser Jr. Is saying that there are too many WWE YouTube channels, but there's only one with DeQuan Young.
That's well, it's all like there's the WWE channel. That's like the only one we need. But how many? I think like I don't know, but I think I'm the only on camera personality that does wrestling stuff.
Mm.
Like most of those British channels is just voiceover. And I'm trying to incorporate more stuff. Like I want to do skits and make people laugh and write stuff.
Just go for it. Like yeah,
Yeah.
it's like why not? Like why not just throw in some sort of weird stuff and try stuff because
I've been doing that a little bit, but I think this year I'm going to turn it up. And I'm also, for all you guys in the comments, Quality TV is coming back. That's my channel. Uh, Gonna make it just a little pitch here.
this is
It's a
yeah.
mocu.
Oh, go ahead.
It's a mockumentary. I'm gonna do it like The Office, and it's about my filmmaking journey to my thesis for this year. So we're
Uh-huh.
gonna do a little documentary stuff. See if we can get Mike on the channel.
Oh, I would love to be on there. And I will give this advice to you. After being the one to abruptly leave. Uh, yeah, start do it. Just do it. Just do whatever the hell you want on it. Like it took me 4 months to recognize. Like I just want to make a podcast. Like I just want to talk to people because I want to get better at interviewing people. So like just here, um, let me just do this because it's not making me any money right now. So
Yeah,
like why not? Oh yeah, Cultaholic is the channel that we're talking about. So just make stuff. Just make stuff that like you can continue to be proud of, um, and uh, and it'll get there. I'm gonna try to bring in this fan of ours. His name is Matt. If he, yeah, okay, he's ready when I okay. So we can get a fan voice here. He's This is what do you think of this concept, by the way, DeQuan?
I like it. I watched the first one. Um, I really I think you're great at man on the street stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think it's just me personally that podcast stuff is so oversaturated now
Uh-huh.
that, and I can't really listen to podcasts just
I
because.
can't listen to podcasts either, so I
Yeah,
don't blame you. Like I'm truly doing this for myself. Like
yeah,
because I'm loving meeting the people and I'm loving the stories. But I'm also just recognizing my own process in trying to get the best out of people. So
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I don't really listen to podcasts. I listen to one called How I Built This, and it's
Mhm.
of course it's all about like major companies, their founders, and how they came around to making their company happen, which I think is really interesting. And it works for me right now. Oh, we got Matt in here. There he is.
What's up,
Hello.
Matt?
I can't see anybody. Oh, there you are, Mike.
Hey, Matt. How are you?
Good. How are y'all doing today?
We're
Gr-
I'm doing well. You got the
Great. How are you?
here as well.
Yeah. Just wanted to point out I got my Nathan Peterman shirt on.
You you bought a Nathan Peterman. I needed to make that merchandise. I missed that. I missed the
Bring
boat
it
on
back.
Nathan Peterman. I gotta go make some Nathan. I want people in there. Let me know if you'll buy Nathan Peterman merchandise for me. Let me know, and then I'll make it happen. I'll try to
Okay.
find a way to make it happen.
Like I
So,
looked up
go
Nathan
ahead.
Peterman shirt. I looked up a Nathan Peterman shirt online, and I found this. I'm like, I need to get this shit.
I think you sent it to me, didn't you? At some
I
point.
did.
Yeah, and you actually went out and bought it. So
Yes.
you've been following me for a really long time, which I appreciate. And actually, he sent me a couple videos of him trying out some anime voiceover work, and I have to say, like, it's really good. Like, dude, you're like, have you posted it on YouTube at all? Have you done anything with it or no?
Not yet. I want to sometime soon, but not yet.
I gotta say, like you really put in a good soul to the voices that you're doing. So please keep up with it. I think that it's important. So let's talk about like so you're a big TPS fan, right?
Yes, I love TPS. I have post notifications on.
Uh-huh. So you still are you a DeQuan Young fan as well as a Mike Cantalupo fan, or are you just gonna say yes because oh look at his face, DeQuan?
I like Mike a little more. I will be
Okay,
honest.
that's fine. I like Mike a little more too.
Mike, man.
We were talking about it before that DeQuan was kind of like just like that middle ground. So where like he was perfect in that like you didn't well I loved him. I loved you, DeQuan. But it's like nobody like there's some people that are going out and saying, oh, DeQuan's the best, but he's less polarizing than the rest. He's just you know what you're getting with DeQuan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is your what is your favorite sport?
My favorite sport. I like playing baseball. I used to play it.
Uh-huh.
To watch, I like football, but it's basketball season. I'm gonna go with that. Go blue. Go Michigan.
Oh yeah, this is the guy right here.
Oh, he kind of likes you, and he likes Michigan.
That's all I need.
That's all you
That's
need.
all I need.
So I guess why not? Let's mention that I've been seeing a lot of questions so far about the blatant call from Sunday. DeQwan, what are your thoughts on
The
that
pass
pass
interference.
interference, not pass interference?
That's the worst no call I've ever seen in my life. And there's no reason for them to not call that pass interference because it was clear as day. It was clear as day he was early.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been picked off.
Yes, if he had just been looking,
Yeah.
terrible pass.
Oh yeah. That was 88 out the gate the other way.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they had another chance to win it. It's really pathetic what they're doing online right now with that Article 17, whatever. Like sometimes I'm a Lions fan, so sometimes you just gotta lose with some type of dignity. I mean, we don't have dignity. We just subject ourselves to losing year and year and over again. So I mean, I'm kind of numb at this point, but
Yeah,
we can teach you how to lose with some grace.
Matt, what do you think about it?
Oh, jeez. I mean, look, the officiating. I'm gonna be completely real. The officiating back and forth the entire game. It was back like it's not just the Rams getting the call. The Saints got calls too throughout the game. If I'm being honest,
Mm-hmm.
like it's
It's
just
a good analysis right there. Let's get him on TPS.
Let's get him on. Matt,
yeah.
you want the job? I hear they're hiring. I hear somebody left.
Is there an age restriction? I'm 16 years old.
I'll put it in a good word for you.
Yeah, we'll put it in.
Let's go.
We might need to wait a couple more years. We might. I don't know. We all have college degrees. Do we have to put that as a prerequisite? The sad thing, no, we don't. But maybe we should. So, Matt, what was your or what is your favorite type of TPS video?
I'm sorry.
What is your favorite type of TPS video? Where was it? Top 10? Was it the? I don't know. What do we even do anymore? There are a bunch of things we got going on.
The real reason why Man vs. Madden, the list.
All of that, yeah.
Honestly, Man vs. Madden is my favorite series. I mean,
Do you like it still with Jason?
yeah,
You do.
I mean,
yeah, I like Jason.
he's not as good as you. I mean, but I mean, he'll do it though. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I do like the every teams, even though DeQuan hates it.
Yeah. They're good video. It makes sense to make them because it's like, okay, well, when the Dolphins are being mentioned in something, I want to see what they have to say about the Dolphins. It makes sense to want to watch it. It's just
producing it is the bad part.
Yeah, is the bad part. So Matt, so what I know that you had sent over to me some of that voiceover work. Is that now that you're 16? So what? That's starting to look at like colleges and stuff like that. Do you have thoughts as to what you want to do?
Well, I mean, voiceover work is definitely the passion. At school, I have like someone who like weekly comes in and like shows me what he wants to do. Like he's trying to get me out there for companies that do that work to hire me and like interview me if I can do these types of characters.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get a like an example?
What do you mean by that? I'm sorry.
Do you have a character that you do right now that you're working on or developing?
I don't play a character currently.
Okay.
I'd love to though. Like, believe me, I would.
Yeah, but I think he's saying like, is there something that you would want to show us right now? Because DeQuan wants to hear it. If you don't want
Nathan Peterman.
There it is.
I like it.
One more time for the people.
Nathan Peterman. like some Southern hillbilly screaming
That's
Nathan
good.
Peterman in a Mike
That's
accent.
Hey man,
Better than
I'm
I
gonna,
ever did it.
hey, I'm gonna tell you this. You don't have to wait. Just use your phone. Do that repeatedly. Just keep doing it. Anytime he throws an interception, upload it to Twitter, upload it to Facebook, and you never know.
I mean, he's on a team.
I should have done that. I feel like I probably could have utilized the Nathan Peterman a little bit more than I did.
Please tell Jason to start screaming it.
Well, he's got the my knee. He's got the my knee going on right
I
now.
mean,
You
yeah,
like
I
the
guess
my?
it is his thing.
I got to tell you, like I'm being honest when I say like you sent me an original clip of the anime and then like with your voiceover, um, and I was amazed. Like I'm not easily amazed too. Let me mention, like I normally don't like things. Like I'm very, I'm very hard to please normally, but like you did a really great job. So what? So do you like? Are there schools for that? I guess there are schools like
There
radio
has to
wise,
be.
or yeah. I mean, like, what do you know about this, DeQuan?
What's the Full Sail? Probably Full Sail
Yeah,
University
full
would be something
sail.
to look into.
Maybe.
Um,
Where do you
I
live,
wouldn't.
Matt? Where do you live
Uh,
now?
I live in Kokomo, Indiana. I'm sorry, I just got a notification that TPS posted a video. I'm like,
He's like, oh, I gotta go watch.
I'm recording. Like I'm on my phone right now.
Oh
So
man.
if it's bad quality, yeah, that's why.
No, that's fine. Is TPS still your favorite channel? What else are you watching on YouTube?
Uh, really a lot of stuff. I like watching some NBA accounts, like you mentioned earlier, Mike Krzemba. I love him. Like a big fan of Luka Doncic, and him just posting about that. Like, thank you. Even though he's gonna get hate for the Steph Curry Lonzo Ball video, which I'm tired of hearing about already.
Are you are you pretty much only watching YouTube right now? Like,
No, well, accounts on the. I watch other series like anime, of course.
uh-huh.
Like, so, and I do YouTube as well. Watching that, it's really fun. Uh, just I like watching it while playing 2K. It's just really fun.
So are you big into like this is something that I never got really although like I've always thought like maybe I should just create because I used to play a lot of FIFA and I had a character named Nico Papito that I took through like 8 years.
Where's he from?
He's a
Is
pure-blooded American.
it,
um, um, but yeah, I always thought that it would be cool to show show the like the progression of a career mode, but I never got the point. Although like now I'm making a podcast where I just talk to people, so like what does it matter? I was gonna say like I don't get the point of like playing video games and people watching me play video games, but it's a huge trend. So like Matt, why like are you into watching streamers in that way or?
There are some accounts like I made my own YouTube video on my own channel about like what happened to who. To be honest, my favorite YouTube channel, the Scatsbury, who does Skyrim randomness videos. Like Skyrim's my favorite game, so like I had to search through the web and find out like what happened to him, and really because it's been over 2 years and I truly miss watching him commentate on Skyrim moments that are just absurd. Like, I have to think of something that's family friendly that he does on there.
But you
You
feel
get
like
the
you have,
point.
like yeah, you like really have
It's really fun.
a sort of appreciation for the people, the personalities, and then the game as well because that's what they're able to talk about.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. I mean that's something that like we kind of missed DeQuan. We didn't hit that
yeah.
that age of like where it's personality first and like
Yeah.
very cool like before the quality of the content and stuff like that, but I love it. I love that that's That's something. I
I
think.
think a lot of the TPS fans come for the personalities. I don't think it's. I think losing you is kind of proof to that because I think people enjoy, like you said, they either hated you or enjoyed you. But the people that enjoyed you, like they kept, like I think sometimes a lot about like people watching my videos and how my cadence, people listen to that, and it makes, it's not, maybe if it's not a big impact, it's an impact enough that people keep coming to, like the push notifications, like Matt just said, is people coming to watch the videos, coming to watch me talk.
Yeah, it's coming to watch us talk, and that's like it's kind of it's weird because to me it was like, I'm just like I'm just I felt like when people came to me after I left and like said, "Oh, you did this for me, you did this for me," um, it's like it's oh my god, like that is like I can't even believe it. I thought that I was just doing something on like my own surface level because I lost the passion for it, which I mentioned in every episode. But like, yeah, it is always refreshing to hear like that somebody like you, Matt, like actually takes it and gets something really, really important out of it. So thanks for being a fan, Matt.
Yes,
Of course.
thank you.
I mean, you guys started it, really. Just happened to find a YouTube recommended video. Clicked on it. It was by Justin. I'm like, this content is really good.
Yeah, thanks to Justin. Yeah, I mean, Justin was really the original voice of it all. We both came in and kind
The
of
heart.
yeah. Somebody was asking who you were, Matt. Do you want to give yourself a little rundown? They were like, "Who's this with DeQwan and Mike?" And somebody and I love seeing this. By the way, they're like, "Oh, he's one of Mike's people." So we like Mike's people, just like we all are. I'm like, "Oh yeah, building up." The Mike 2044 for President Army, starting it now. Starting it now. So Matt, why don't you now that you're in this for 20 minutes now, why don't you give yourself a little bit of an introduction as to who you are, what you like, all of that stuff.
My name is Matt Finkler. I have a YouTube channel called Blue. I like changing the accounts. Like Mike, you can put it in the description after this video. Mike,
What is it called?
I can Blue Z. I can send you a link to it. It's
Blue Z,
not
yeah.
really that
Right. I put it in
famous.
the comments right now.
Okay, it's all one word. Let's see. I am 16. I live in Kokomo, Indiana, literally 1 hour north of Indianapolis. So, I mean, yeah.
What's life like there? Is there anything to do around there?
In Indiana,
No.
absolutely not. No one
Cornfields
lives
and
here, really.
cornfields and alcohol.
Exactly. That's literally it.
Mm.
Like, my school is surrounded by a few trees and a bunch of cornfields and some roads, really. It's so boring.
So do you wanna get out of there, or do you think that you're gonna stay around there?
Really, I mean, since I'm a big Michigan fan, I want to live up in Ann Arbor. Get season tickets for basketball and football. I mean, I trust
You go
Beeline and Harbaugh with
go
what
to
they're
UM.
doing, so I gotta love them.
You could go to UM, maybe.
Huh?
Maybe you could go to UM, or not.
I don't. I mean, it's out of state. It's already the most expensive university in Michigan, and since it's out of state,
Yeah,
I
it's a
don't think so.
whole different thing. So they're asking now. They loved your impersonation of the Nathan Peterman. So they want two other things from you.
Oh,
They want two
two
other.
more things.
They want they want a, and I want this too. They want a what's up, what's happening, what's going on, cantaloupes.
What's up? What's happening? What's going on, cantaloupes?
Is that it?
So cringy.
Is that my charm? And then they do and then Aaron Rodgers, my knee.
I mean, I'm trying to voiceover actors like to change up their voice, so I've got to try to change up something to be different from you as well, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
But if I want to do my knee for Aaron Rodgers, go my knee.
hey,
Go
And
on.
this kid is entertaining.
I can't wait to rewatch this video once it's over. Like I'm just ready. Like how cringy that had to have been.
No,
No,
not
it was
cringy at all.
good.
Really.
I love. No,
Yeah.
I swear it was other people clapping in my office right now for what you just did. No, it's funny. It's like that wasn't the artistic interpretation I thought it was going to go. I'm happy that it went that way. I'm very happy.
Gotta throw something unexpected, like your Bob Ross thing in the background. Like,
Yeah,
he's my son.
Bob's your son?
Yep, SUN. He is my son.
Oh, he is. Yeah, he. Oh, wow.
Brings me light. A little bit of
Oh,
light.
we're just getting comfortable right now,
And
DeQuan. You notice?
Oh,
this is
feels so
definitely
warm.
Mike's people.
This is definitely Mike's people. Yep, these are the people. This is my squad. This is my squad. Yeah. No, Bob Ross is he's my son as well, and he's always here out in the they're telling me to be quiet, but you know what? This is my goddamn office space, so they can
Exactly.
go on with it. That being said, I will actually go down into an NPR whisper.
Mm.
No,
This reminds me of the sweaty ball skit.
sweaty balls.
Oh boy.
They might be
Why?
getting dense now.
Why?
Bob, go ahead, keep going, Matt. Just improv this. Take it. This is on
Why
you.
are you saying all of this?
I don't know, Matt. I'm just sick and tired of everything that I've seen in terms of your work ethic lately.
Okay. Shout out to One Punch Man for that scene. Go watch One Punch Man. It's 12 episodes long. Yeah, that's where I got it from. Like,
I hear
just
good things
with
about One Punch Man.
with the most little emotion possible. Just go, okay.
Matt has something. I am a
He has
talent
something.
finder. Has something. Matt has something. People are liking ASMR Mike, which, by the way, ASMR is a very interesting topic for me because I think that it's like, it's cool, right? I mean, why? Why did like voice become soothing? People on the internet like are just fishing for something. Like they just
Yeah.
need something. That if ASMR is teaching anything, it's that.
When it first started, I saw the lady eating the pickle. The funniest ASMR video I saw was the little girl who was the flight attendant, and she snatched the ticket. Thank you. I love that video so much.
Matt, are you an ASMR guy at all?
I'm sorry. Like the spot of my house that I am in is like the edge, and my phone is repeatedly connecting to the Wi-Fi and off. Like it'll like disconnect, and my phone will just freeze, and I can't really hear for like 2 seconds. So I'm sorry. Could you repeat the question?
Yeah, I was going to ask if you were an ASMR guy at all. If you had an ASMR voice or.
I'm sorry. What does ASMR mean?
Good. I'm glad. It's like talking quietly and like having a really soothing voice and like all of that. But you know what? The acoustics
Like
of
Bob
your room,
Ross.
yeah, it really does. Yeah, it really does not. It wouldn't be appreciative towards the art. It's unfair. DeQwan, I want you to know. Somebody wanted to let you know that your pictures behind you are not straight.
I know. That's an astute observation. That's for shooting. That's for quality TV when it comes back. So when they're ready to be straightened, when the camera goes up, they'll be straight. But I appreciate it.
All right. That sounds good. I mean, I think I might be getting kicked out of my own podcast right now because there's some sort of event going on where they're looking at me. I'm being looked at.
Are you being watched from the outside of the class?
Yeah, I am. I'm being watched, and I don't feel good about it. So I'm probably just gonna start drinking whiskey. So let's do this. I like closing thoughts. We are an hour and 15 minutes into it, so it's been a good podcast so far. Matt, the floor is yours. Take it for what you want to say.
My Twitter is Matt Finkler, like MattFinkler. Go follow me there. Same. That is the same as my Instagram name and my Snapchat name. Just go there. You know what to do. On my Snapchat, I love to post memes. So just if you want a good laugh at that, yeah.
Okay. And anything else to say to fellow 16-year-olds who are fans of Mike Cantalupo and DeQwan Young?
Really, if you're interested in really getting in this, like do what you can to contact them and like say stuff like interesting, and you'll
Good point.
end up on here. That's literally what I did. Really.
I was very impressed by your anime voiceover ability. So that's why I went through. I was like, okay, so I have DeQuan coming on. I'd like to have a fan who knows us both on. Let me look through my DMs. Oh yeah, Matt. I like Matt. So let me have Matt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can I get a Nathan Peterman before we close with Matt?
Nathan Peterman.
I love
It's more.
I love the wind up, the deep breath like Jim Carrey.
Matt, you have a fantastic energy. Keep it going, man, because you're yes, look at him. He's a fucking star. He's better than us. I'm telling you right now, DeQuan, he's better than us.
Yeah.
So,
I love being on here.
it was awesome to have you on, and I think next time I'll just have you prepare a series of voices and skits, and you can just come on for like 15 minutes and just roll with it.
Matt's corner.
Yeah, DeQuan, what do you have to say as the finale?
Quality TV coming back. Go to YouTube, subscribe to it. It's my personal channel. I vlog there sometimes, but mockumentary coming. Follow me on Twitter, Young Quan Quantity Media, Instagram, Quantity Media, Young Quan. Guys, if you want to do something, just do it, man. Don't be afraid. You know, I think that's something. Yeah, I think that's something me and Mike will tell you. With like, you know, we had no prior experience to this. We just did it, and that's the key to life. If anything, you know, my whole thing is I want to reach people. I have a message, you know, I want to be able to tell stories. And the only thing that I could give you is whatever you want to do it, because there are people that do and there are people that don't. Those are the only two types of people in the world.
Amen. We're gonna make it happen. It's Blue Z, right, Matt? You're Blue Z.
Yeah, like I can, like on Hangouts, like I can send you a link to it because I looked up Bluesy on my own and I couldn't find my
Okay.
channel. So like, yeah, I
All right,
truly
I'll
appreciate
tweet it out. I'll tweet it out. Tweet it at me, and then I'll retweet it.
It's also Quality TV with a W, not a U.
So QWAL
ITY.
Wait,
TV.
oh God. A QW. Oh God, I don't.
QWALITY.
Oh, Quality TV. Okay, and that's a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, that's a YouTube channel.
Yeah, go check it out. So I will leave with the final thoughts of I'm not sure if I'm going to be here tomorrow. We'll have to see how the day goes. I'm saying Monday through Thursday just as like a rough interpretation of just kind of doing it when I need to. 2 days in a row, good start. I'll try to be back tomorrow. I'll let you guys know on Twitter and Instagram if I am going to be doing this tomorrow. I love this. I think it's really cool. It's like, you know, I love having DeQuan on. I love having somebody that like people would, you know, initially want to see have an interaction with me. And I love talking to DeQuan, but also bringing Matt in and watching you guys in the comments. I love to see that we're building a little bit of a community here. It's actually really quite nice, I have to say. So all of you guys, eventually you will be in Matt's slot. Not everybody will get the chance to be able to talk to the great DeQuan Young, but
I feel honored. Like, yeah.
You're making me blush. I know you can't see it, but I am.
All right. On that, thank you guys. Always a pleasure. and see you tomorrow or Thursday or
Yeah,
go for it.
I want to say one thing. Like,
Mhm.
as much as we all love to make fun of Nathan Peterman, we do have to realize he's also a human, and like he doesn't really deserve to get made fun of. But it's the media. The NFL's big. He just does it anyway. But it's still really fun to do it, and that's why we do it anyway. But
Right, we love
just
you.
want to spread awareness and
Yeah,
like
spread awareness for Nate.
Nathan Peterman awareness.
Yeah. Forget Black History Month. It's Nathan Peterman.
Nathan Peterman awareness month.
That's February now. Oh God! All right. On that note,
like just hope he succeeds with the Raiders.
Oh man! All right. See you guys. Jeremy, I see you. You're on next. I've got you. All right. I'm leaving with that. Goodbye, guys.
Bye.